Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to be bringing you another replay in the Archer. Now the last game I brought you was a tier 6 game. Not too many tier 6s. This one's going to be a tier 7 game. Now again, there's only 3 tier 7s. A few tier 6s and most tier 5s, but just thought show what this tank can do, even a tier 7 game with this awesome gun. Now, the issue is, of their tier 7s, they are all not super powerful. The T-29 and the Dreadnought are super powerful. The AT-7 isn't really. It's a real pain in the ass to play that tank, but top tier, the armor actually kind of means something. So he'll be a bit of an issue as well. So what I'm going to do is, as stated before, you'll see me turning backwards to drive, because I think it drives faster backwards. And I'm going to head to the center of the map on the hill, use those bushes to try and spot for myself if need be, but mainly I want to camo up and shoot who my team spots. Typical TD gameplay, basically, to start with. Now, as stated, this obviously isn't as fast as stuff like probably an SU-85 or a T-67, but for me, it feels fast enough. It's kind of like how I play a lot of heavy tanks. I don't like playing the Mouse, but something like the Stockade, which is quite a slow heavy, or the Paladin, which is a slow heavy, they feel alright. Like, they're fast enough. So I'm getting up here, trying to pick a bush. And actually what's going to happen is, as I get up here, my team are going to spot some people. Eventually. Now, real quick, as I'm coming to a bush here, I have to be careful, because sometimes the enemy will come over up here to try and spot. But, enemy gets spotted, and they're going to see me turn to aim. Now, the first shot's going to not be very good. You're going to see, again, takes a bit of getting used to for the shell velocity. Then I'm going to line it up, put some light lead on that one, and then I see the T-29. Now, here's a priority target. Easy pens in the side. I can pen him a standard round piece of piss. I can even pen him through the front upper hull piece of piss, but see, I load APCR anyway because I only have so much ammo, and I might as well use these on the T-29. Fire one at the M4 because the T-29 goes unspotted, so I switch back to AP rounds. And see, just the excellent accuracy. Do pick up the blind kill, and T-29 spotted again. So I don't know what this T-29 is doing, but if you're in a tier 7 game, you see T-29, even if you're in a tier 9 game, you see a T-29, do all you can to kill it as quick as possible. They are that powerful. Now, he's behind something I can't quite see because of the bush. He's now in the open. He gets tracked. I bounce off side turret. Put one more shot in. Switch to APCR. And again, I don't need APCR for this. But you run out of ammo a lot on this, so you'll be forced to fire APCR. So if I'm going to be firing APCR later anyway, I might as well use them on the tier 7 tanks instead of using them on the tier 5 ones. So I have an APCR shell loaded at the moment. No one's spotted at the moment, so I can now take the time to reload a standard round. And again, just typical TD gameplay sniping. It's really good support tank. Like, really good. Can't see the Panzer M4. And now we've kind of lost our scout on this side of the map, because what we've got scout on the other side is a TD. And there's someone with him, I don't quite know who it is, a heavy tank. Now, I make a mistake here. I want to go try and do some spotting, but I said earlier about being careful of enemies who try to spot here. And the last person I was expecting to see be here is about to be here. So I'm heading over to the bush, and all of a sudden, there's an M6 heavy tank here. I try to stay still so I don't get spotted, but he proxy spots me, and now I gotta run. But they've got that TD hill at the other side. They have multiple people over there. 87 hits me. I dodge a few shots. 87 hits me again. And I managed to dodge the few shells. But that's the risk when you go up there of enemies spotting you. Just as I said, I wasn't expecting there to be an M6 heavy there. So, and I'm actually, even if the AT-7 had been there, I wouldn't have been as surprised. So, I lost loads of hit points, well, I'll say that. Most of my hit points. Not loads of hit points, it's just this vehicle didn't have many hit points to begin with. I get spotted again. Trying to stay on the move. And I get spotted yet again. These bushes aren't really doing me any favours. So at the moment I'm just hoping the team can finish off the M6 so I can get back into position. found a new bush this time. Team finally get rid of the M6. And I'm going to back up and reverse back to position. So now I'm definitely going to be sniping for the rest of the game, given how low my hit points are. Had a Charlotte for the M6. So what you're going to see is fire the one shot. My teammate next to me gets racked and I load AP, and I've decided I need to fall even further back, given the fact I'm a one shot. Now, you may have noticed there's a heavy tank near artillery, or maybe you wouldn't have noticed. That is an OI, and I spent most of this game thinking that he's AFK. Because he's just sat there near the artillery. And now, obviously, his armor would be useful for spotting. He's got a lot of hit points, a lot of armor, especially in this kind of matchmaking. I mean, 87 is excellent penetration, but, you know, he could do some decent spotting for us. Now, you see me trying to blind shot. Well, not blind shot, he's spotted on the map, but I can't actually see him. So I open them back to the big one to make it easier. And the problem with this, as I stated in yesterday's video, is because of the lack of ammo, blind shots can be not a dangerous thing to do, but an expensive thing to do, because you will run out of standard rounds and then be forced to fire a premium. I'm in a bit closer since our heavy tank is up there. He is a one-shot though, for the AT-7, so I'm a little bit worried. Now, the AT-7 has good armor, especially this tier, but my archer has insane APCR penetration, so I can shoot through the front of the AT-7 if I hit the right parts, and by that I mean the flat parts. You see me driving forwards, again, very slow. Got the APCR loaded, the Italian medium pops up, so I'm just going to shoot him since he's in front of me. Now, I'd kind of not be wanting to use these premium rounds here because I'm going to need the premium round for the AT-7, but I did get a few shots in. Again, that was a blind shot I shouldn't have taken if you look at my ammo loadout. Now, looking at the enemy tanks left alive, I have significant camo and view range, so hopefully I shouldn't be able to get outspotted by these guys. See a couple teammates over there have brought to attention the OI on full health. Now, as you saw, he's saying defend the base and affirmative, so I thought he was AFK, but he's actually not. Now, I bounce off the side of the AT-7. Do you see him trying to aim for the lower flat part, or straight through the cheeks? And as I said, I'd love to get a bit closer, but I cannot afford to get spotted at this point. I look back the standard rounds. Realise the AT-7's looking at me frontally, so I look back the APCR to say, aiming for the lower plate, bounce, aiming for mid plate, pan. You see, I do have the penetration to do it, but at this distance, it's just the accuracy. Even though this thing's got good accuracy, at 530 meters, it's a bit difficult. Switch back to AP once he's unspotted. And now I only have 4 AP and 1 APCR shell left, so I'm actually not going to be able to win this game for the team. Panda gets spotted, I get one shot into him. And now what's going through my mind is, I'm tempted to switch over to the other side of the map, where the enemy Panzer is. And there's a little hill up there with a bush on it. And I'm thinking, if I can get to the bush, I can attempt to spot. Because my camo, my binoculars, will be quite good. But I'm just waiting to see if anyone else on our team can spot. So I load the AP round, the OI's not for moving, Span next to my other friend are on low hit points, and preoccupied at the moment. So I've decided I've got to do it. That and the fact that staying alive at this point isn't really the most important thing, since I'm about to run out of ammo soon anyway. Now the Panther 4H manages to finish off Spandex in his Churchill. Now you see me climbing up. And I'm just hoping my team can handle that other TD. Now, I made a mistake. In waiting to come over here, it turns out that the enemy was also waiting for the right moment to come over here, and we both picked about the same time. And what I mean is, you're going to see I'm going to check the bushes. I'm being very careful to try and make sure I stay hidden. I stop in the bushes. I'm going to wait for binoculars. And see, I'm playing this quite safe. So I think, okay, so it's not been spotted yet. So I'm going to go to the bush, and my plan is to get in it and sit there. And as I get here, who should show up but the panda? So I drive forward to try and get down the hill to give myself a little bit more time to turn. But it's not enough and I die. Now, thankfully, the OI who I thought was AFK wasn't AFK. He actually started moving a few inches after this. So I've skipped to the end. Our team managed to pull a win from it, which I'm quite grateful for, because it means a lot more XP for me. 87 may have decent armor at this kind of tier, but he still doesn't have a turret. You see, this was almost a full 15-minute game, this. And you saw a few things that game, particularly the lack of ammo on this thing. So, bit of a pain in the ass, but there's nothing you can do about it. All the other stuff is worth it, I think. And you'll see that this is actually a game with tier 5 tanks. 2700 damage and 300 assistance and 2 kills in a tier 5 TD is pretty respectable. In fact, very respectable, I would say. The enemy tier 67 did 1700. The enemy tier 5 Panzer 4 Hates did well. Our tier 5s did well. So you could hardly tell this was a tier 7 game. And shutting down the T29 was super helpful. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll see you all in the next one.